To, without objection, I'd like to add letters of support for Mr. Smith's nomination into the record. So ordered. I'll go ahead and get started. Arkansas is one of the largest shares of rural population in the country, with almost 45% of the state's population residing in rural areas. While USDA data does show modest population gains in some rural communities following the COVID pandemic, many rural communities still continue to see declines. I guess the question is, and to me that's really the major problem facing rural America. I think 53% of our counties lost population last census, and it doesn't matter if you're the fastest growing state in the country or where you're at, even those states are losing rural population. So I guess the question is, what ideas do you have? How can you work with Congress to implement things that will help stem the flow of out-migration and generate sustained economic growth in rural areas?
Thank you, Chairman Boozman. In my opening comments in addressing the three areas of rural development, I think to look at solving some of the decline in rural American population, you look at it twofold. Number one, we need to have good, vibrant rural economies, and successful agriculture contributes to that tremendously. Again, the multiplier effect we speak of. Rural development has so many programs, 88 programs I've learned, and many of those are support for businesses, for cooperatives, entrepreneurship endeavors in rural America, and all these contribute to that prosperity and moving ahead as far as that rural economy, but you also have to have quality of life. And rural development also plays a huge role in that with the community facilities, everything from water treatment to waste treatment to hospitals, to fire stations, infrastructure, hospitals, infrastructure that contributes to the quality of life, because you're not going to keep residents or attract residents, which would be even more positive if you don't have that quality of life. And rural development contributes hugely to that quality of life.
Very much. Thank you. Mr. Smith, we've all seen news reports that hostile actors like China have targeted U.S. utility structures, infrastructure such as water systems. What are your thoughts on the importance of cybersecurity to the core infrastructure programs at rural development? And will you commit to working with this committee to better understand what new policy tools may be needed for USDA to ensure our rural water systems and other critical infrastructure are protected from those who wish to do us harm?
Well, Senator, that scares the bejeebus out of me, and it should be every American. The vulnerability of our grid, particularly in rural areas that may not have the security measures that's needed to protect that distribution grid. I think any programs that rural development is involved in should make sure we have adequate cybersecurity measures, because a lot of this can be done by bad characters simply from cybersecurity. They're not going to show up at a site and plant a bomb at a substation. They're going to do it on their computer. And the cybersecurity issue is very huge, and it's something I think we should make sure we have those protections in place for new loans, for guarantees, and grants, wherever rural development is contributing.
One thing that government struggles with is IT. And how important do you think improving USDA RD's IT capabilities are to the success of the programs, and how do you view technology improving the customer experience?
Senator, I haven't delved into it yet, but I can pull on my experience at Farm Credit Administration. In fact, my fellow board member, Jeff Hall, is here in the audience, and Jeff and I worked together for 8 years, and cybersecurity is at the top of the issue, and a key to that is a is a very, very on top of it IT program. And we found with our employees, particularly during COVID, we really had to tap in to those IT resources in order to continue with our mission. My goal will be to find out, first of all, if our field offices, hundreds of field offices throughout the country, are equipped with the right equipment, the audio and the visual equipment that allow them to communicate between offices and also communicate, obviously, with the hub offices and with us here in DC. So it's something I will look into and something that I think is a great deal of importance. And if there's improvement needed, you can believe that we'll try to execute those changes.
Thank you. Senator Smith.